It's week 6 of the National Football League, where we'll see which conference reigns supreme today. It's the Colts and the Falcons on Sunday night.
While the sun is set, there's still plenty of light in the stadium for this prime-time contest. We've waited all day for this one, haven't we, Brock? It's time for the NFL on EA Sports. Joined by a former NFL quarterback, ump in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, maybe 6 points too.
Young Kweku has it all teed up. And the nightcap to a busy Sunday has begun. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. Bringing them out a 4th overall pick in 2023 out of Florida, a super athlete at quarterback, Anthony Richardson.
And you wonder, as he's about to take his first snap today, yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great, no interceptions. But just the 1 touchdown. Be curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Go! Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Going to the ground again on first. He finds some space again. And he's down all the way to the 30. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Come on. Hey. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled. The catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Flushed out of the pocket. Now here he goes. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running for it. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play. From the red zone now. And oh, he got it! Interception! Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice. Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays. Because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold.
So here are the Falcons out on offense for their first drive. And they'll be led out by this promising young signal caller out of the University of Colorado.
Hey, it wasn't a banner game you had last week, stuff in the stat sheet, but still one that falls squarely into the good territory. Had a couple touchdowns to make up for the 1 interception, and his effort was enough to be one of the pillars in their win, and certainly some momentum to build on today.
Here's Akers up the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Back now, pressure on its way. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Taking a deep shot here. This is caught inside the 15. All the way, that's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Extra point by Q is up and good. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Q all lined up and ready to boot this one away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Indianapolis offense headed out for their second drive of the game. And they got off on the wrong foot here with that opening drive interception that led to points the other way.
Yeah, and what this defense has shown is they are going to capitalize on your mistakes, and not just a little, but by a lot. So from here on out, you better play some mistake-free football because this defense is hunting for more.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Back to the line they go. It's second down. They go again with Taylor. And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. He picks up 8 on the run, and now they're going to have 3rd and 4. Throwing now, Richardson. Dumps it off to his running back. And this one does not go far.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Holt's going to kick this away now on 4th, and it's Rigoberto Sanchez on for the punt. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. The Falcons and Drake London headed back out onto the field. And you can see he's in chase mode, trying his best to catch the league leader in receiving. Right now, sitting in 2nd place. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Trying it left side with Akers. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
To throw here on 1st down. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. They'll try the right side with Akers. He's contained at the line for no gain. Find Diablo there on the tackle. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
The Colts setting a man in the secondary here. 3rd down coming up. Here's a throw. Complete. It's Akers. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Firing one deep for the end zone. Big gain downfield. And he pushes all the way to the goal line, but gonna be out at the 1. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
So after that big play, Brock, they need just that final yard here on 1st and goal. Akers is in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons pull out in front further, 13-zip. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Koo on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Returning it from the 4. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Colts offense set to head out. Things sure have started out rough, and they've stayed that way through 2 drives. Maybe drive number 3 here is where we see this offense get rolling. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down. Play action with Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and clear. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a...
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. Another score here in this first quarter, Brock, as they continue dominating in this opening frame.
You know what I love here, Kate? This defense is seizing on a sputtering opponent, and they're actively trying not just to defend the lead, but to add to it.
Koo on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons push their lead to 21-zip already. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Colts and Anthony Richardson headed back onto the field. And things are really getting away from him, so an important moment here to try and get a sustained possession going. After the pick, Richardson back to the air. This finds Mitchell complete. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s. Versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you could find a completion just like that.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. On the counter, it's Taylor. And that was an incredible effort just to make it back to the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. That's complete to Pittman. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked up by Stephon Gilmore. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
They give inside to Akers. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Award that tackle to the effort of Leatu Latu.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Here we go, set.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Once again, it's Akers. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Brought down by Julian Blackman. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6. That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. 21-0 our score. We'll get you back to Atlanta after this. Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They're looking at 3rd and 6 here. He's going to throw this one. Short pass caught by his tight end. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Falcons will have a first. Pass play now. Getting out to his left. He's going to keep it this time. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. It's Akers on the carry. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. It's a gain of 4 there. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. He's dropping back to throw. Forced out to his right. Complete out to the right. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Now a handoff for Akers. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Looking to the air here. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons running away so far. We've got a 27-zip game. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons continue piling on to this lead. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. And this drive, they need to come up with some type of answer because, well, Brock, we can almost hear those engines starting to gear up. They might have a boat race coming.
Yeah, I think everybody in the building can feel it. This has been so momentous one way, and as a competitor, you have got to stop that slide.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Option give to Taylor. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Tackled on the play by Cameron Jordan. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Taylor again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, it came at the perfect time.
Looking for the back that time. And that brings up 4th and long. Another punt coming up for Rigoberto Sanchez. He has it at the 13. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Falcons will take over. They run. Here's Akers. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Like so many before him, he's brought down by DeForest Buckner. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
Now on 2nd and 10. Chased out to his right. Now he takes it.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
Let's go now.
A give to Akers. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down could be...
They got a hand on it, and now it's intercepted! And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. You get a pick 6, you get a pick 6. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick 6 and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Falcons getting their offense back out there as we see Cam Akers once more. They're already on a modest little winning streak here, currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Dragon 60. Ready?
Getting right back to it after that interception. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it sets up 2nd down.
Here we go, set.
They'll throw it. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Colts are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
They get it right back. That's intercepted. Picked up by Micah Hyde. And the Falcons get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
The Falcons ready for their next possession. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set.
Ready, set.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Ready.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Oh no, they get him yet again. Kenny Moore with the pick. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. Gay to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Colts get it back to a 14-point game. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Returning it from the 4. This return makes it up to the 25. Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick 6. Need short memories here as they head back out. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Back to the air following the pick 6. Finds him on the crossing route. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. And he's up across 200 yards now in this opening half. That's beyond simply a good start for him. This is the type of game where he's been taking the lead on carrying his offense forward however he can. First and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30.
Set it. Go.
Looking for a throw here. That one's complete to London. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Quiddy Pay there to take him down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down, where it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the 24. It is Cup, left side. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Falcons will have a 1st. Here's a handoff to Akers. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case, a toss, make sure you...
And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Throwing the out route complete. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. So now on 4th down, the Falcons electing to send Young Hui Koo out for the field goal. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. The kick by Lutz is good. And that makes this a 3-score game.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Offense up to the line fast. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. Timeout Indianapolis. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Catch made by Mitchell. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. And this throw is knocked away, incomplete.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives.
Fought off a tackle, but he lost the football. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. You understand it, but might have been what cost him and opened the door for that fumble.
Okay, you and I both know this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in so many different ways. But I promise you, you can go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle, you let up just a little bit, and that next guy comes home and delivers the devastating blow.
They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with.
Let's go now.
Throwing now, following the turnover. Gets everything he has under this throw. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up second down. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Setting up a throw. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Looking to throw. He put some juice on a deep. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Juju Brents with a pick. And the Colts do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. That's the end of 2 in Atlanta. The Falcons really spreading their wings. They're out in front so far. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and the old quarterback momentarily. But first, let's give everyone a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was the visiting Cardinals who get the road victory. Kyler Murray leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head north to Minnesota. Check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they were losers in that ball game as they fall to the visiting Washington Commanders. Brian Robinson, a touchdown run in the victory. And then finally, we wrap up the week with a good one on Monday Night Football between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break.
It's time to
We're
get
happy
back
to welcome
at
y'all
it.
back
For
to
the
the
call,
start
let's
of our
rejoin
third
Kate
quarter.
Scott and Brock Hewer.
Return coming from the 6. The Falcons are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Now Akers. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Play made by E.J. Speed. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. That's an incomplete pass. Couldn't find a home there. Trying to find his tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Dropping back to throw. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That one finds Josh Downs. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Here we go, set. Let go.
Straight ahead with Taylor. And he's brought down for a loss. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Running up the middle, home. And this one doesn't go far. It's a gain of 3 after the loss, but still 3rd and 8 to work with.
Ready.
Now Richardson to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
Let's go now. Roll.
Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. David Onyemata there for the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
They go again with Taylor. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up.
Ready.
Richardson on 3rd. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Go.
Working inside the red zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he gets to the 25, but not much further before going out. Now here come the Falcons on offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Shotgun handoff to Akers. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ready!
From the 34. He's got the hook up to Akers. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Award that tackle to the effort of Leatu Latu. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
To the right side and reeled in by London. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
From the gun, here's Akers. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Let's go now.
To throw it on first down. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they face 2nd down.
Here we go.
The give inside to Akers. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Here we go.
3rd and just 2 to go. They go to Akers again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Ready up.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches.
Come on. Set. Ready.
They'll run it with Robinson. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on 4th.
Let's go. Ready.
They go play action on first. He rolls to his right.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
On 2nd and 9. And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Koo on now for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Falcons take a 3-possession lead. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. This return starts at the 5. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. And like a swarm of hornets, the coverage has been everywhere this offense has tried to throw it. So many possessions lost to interceptions, as we're being reminded of right here.
Yeah, think about it from a pure mathematical perspective. That's as many as 24 to 20, even 32 points left on the table offensively. That's enough to win a brand new football game. Kept off the board by a secondary. You call them Hornets, I call them dancing like a butterfly and stinging like a bee.
I love it. Jukes out a one-stop, and he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Come on. Hit.
Off the play fake, here's Richardson. Wow, wide open here, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter.
Okay, break.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Richardson now on 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Ready.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. He's on the move. He's keeping it. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. From the red zone now. Hauled in by Gray. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
On the shotgun, it's Richardson. And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts get it back to within 2 possessions. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Shut up. Go.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 now. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
Good offenses, okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Here's Akers up the middle. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Second down carry for Algier. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
They'll come up 1st and 10. They go again with Algier. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
London going to motion over right. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, they shoot the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front, and they fired off the line knowing the run was coming, and boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
It's Algier on 3rd. Has a big hole left, and he's finally hauled down at the 12. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons moments away from their 4th win of the year. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
Algier with another carry. And he'll push them down to the 6-yard line. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Here we go, shot, go.
Handoff headed right. It's Akers. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons take a 3-possession lead. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Returning it from the 4. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Here comes the Colts offense now for another possession. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He finds Woods. And he's brought down at the line. 2nd and 10 now. The Falcons getting close, and they take him down. They need some extra time to think over 3rd and long. We've got a timeout. Still one more in their pocket to use.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs, but not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
3rd and long, it's Richardson. Trying to push it, he's got it deep downfield. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts get it back to within 2 possessions. It's an Adonai Mitchell touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And the Falcons cover up the kick. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
The Colts take a timeout. That's their last one. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
He'll go to a knee to close this one out, Brock, and it's only fitting that he's holding the ball in the end after the absolutely tremendous game that he had.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Young Wei Koo for the Falcons field goal.
So the Falcons earn the win in this one. And the sting of losing such a close one the week before apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out there and rebounded nicely with a win this week. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say goodbye from Atlanta.